everyone. We're 1 week into Season 1 of the War Within, and I wanted to see if we can already see a meta forming. While the data is still volatile and may change, it at least gives us an idea of how the season is starting out, focused on data rather than top player impressions, since most of us mere mortals pog our keys. Since this took more work than expected, I'll be splitting it up into melee, ranged, tanks and healers. And for data, I've used Archon, Warcraftlogs, RaiderIO and WOWmeta. If you enjoy my videos, please hit that like and subscribe button and turn on notifications for whenever I post something new. For melee DPS, let's start with Frost DKs. They have been starting strong as one of the top specs, earning a solid S tier ranking in the highest keys. Looking at the broader player base, Frost DK is also one of the more popular specs, and their performance is consistently strong across the board, securing their spot in the S tier. Next, we have Outlaw Rogues. They're performing well across the board, delivering high damage and excelling in coordinated groups. Their utility really shines in organized play, though they offer less support with affixes, and for now I'm placing them in the higher A tier. On to Fury Warriors, who started strong this season with high popularity and solid performance. However, their numbers have dropped recently, and combined with the lack of utility, are moving them down to B tier. As for Unholy DKs, they've been steadily rising in the meta over the past few days. The damage is just above average and they bring strong burst potential in high keys. However, with limited group utility, I'm placing them in the B tier as well. Assassination Rogues are showing solid performance in both damage and overall representation across all keystone levels. With strong numbers to back them up, I'm comfortably placing them in A tier. And now, Retribution Paladins. They had a strong start this season with the most parses currently, but damage-wise they've fallen behind. And while they still bring good utility, other specs offer similar benefits, and as a result I'm moving them down to B tier. Enhancement Shamans are putting out solid damage in the current dungeon pool, and as one of my personal favorites, I'll gladly see them doing well in S tier for now. Arms Warriors are a bit harder to rank. While they have strong damage potential in some situations, it doesn't consistently show up across all key levels, and given their lack of immunity and limited utility, I'm carefully placing them in the B tier. For Subtlety Rogues, there are a few top performers ranking quite highly, but the gap between them and the rest is way too wide, and with the lack of self-sustain, I'm placing them in the lower B tier for the time being. Next up, Havoc Demon Hunters. Their performance and output is improving across the board, and while their numbers aren't at the very top, their popularity and decent performance move them up to the lower A tier. Windwalker Monks are quite similar to Havoc Demon Hunters in terms of damage and popularity. Their mob displacement abilities can be incredibly useful when played well and earn them an A tier spot just after Havoc. Feral Druids have started out strong this season, scaling well with early gear. However, other specs have caught up and Feral's numbers are falling behind. Their population is also quite low, and the data shows they currently have the second lowest DPS, and for that reason I'm moving them down to B tier. Lastly, Survival Hunters are the lowest in terms of damage for a melee spec, and even though they are definitely quite fun to play, it's far from being the strongest at the moment, so I'm placing them in C tier. That wraps up my first week impressions for the start of this season. I've provided links below to all the resources I used to make this video. Keep in mind, the data will change as the season progresses, especially since we're only 1 week in. At the end of the day, it's all about playing what you enjoy. An experienced player who knows the C tier spec well and uses its full toolkit can easily outperform someone just going through the motions with a meta spec. Plus, there's something incredibly satisfying about outshining a meta player with a non-meta spec. So don't stress too much about tier lists, they're just interesting takeaways that give an idea of which specs to challenge. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more updates, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.